Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm gonna try to win a new game versus the computer, but there's one tiny difference between a regular game and this one. And that is that this is chess.com's drill section, and I'm gonna be playing against the computer with an extra queen. So I'm betting that I will win, but I still need to make accurate moves, and I really think it will be fun to watch and see how would, let's say, a grandmaster play a game without his queen from the beginning of the game versus someone like me. And I'm thinking about the computer as, in a sense, a grandmaster. He's a very strong opponent, just like a grandmaster would be. And sometimes grandmasters gives these odds just because they think and know in their heart that they still can win and beat the crap out of us. So let's see if I can outplay the computer. Let's go. So I'm white. I'm gonna play d4. Since he doesn't have his queen, I don't think he will play too eagerly with d5. But let's continue with c4. e6, yeah. So he has to be patient, the computer. He can't take any unnecessary risks, although a computer usually don't do that anyways. I'm going to continue with knight to c3. And he solidifies with c6. Okay. I really want to play queen to b3 just to poke at this b7 pawn if this if this bishop ever moves. So let's go ahead and do that. Bishop e7, alright. He wants to bring his king to safety by castling. I guess that's a fair point. But I believe that if I play bishop to g5, black has a solid position, but black doesn't really have a good position because he is a queen down. So if I can manage to trade down all the pieces, then I will just be a queen up, pretty much. So I'm going to play e3. Okay, so now he wants me to take on f6. I will not do that. I will play my bishop on, put my bishop on h4 for now. Maybe provoke g5, and yes, he goes for that. Bishop g3. So now black is almost making weaknesses in his own camp. So bishop to d3. So now he wants to play a4, maybe even b5. Trying to get b7, the b7 pawn out of the way, so that I don't threaten it anymore with my queen. But now I want to play e4 so bad, but in fact he has this move. Pawn to g4, kicking my knight away from f3. And then if this pawn is getting attacked, then it is kind of loose. But I don't see how we can attack it. So I think I can just go all in with that move. Let's go. So remember, when you have two attackers and only one defender, that means that, well, you have the upper hand in a sense of trading, at least. Okay, so this pawn will become weak. But how do we continue? Do I put my bishop on c2 or d3? Big question. A rook will come to the d file. But I think I will play my bishop to c2 and after something like a4. Okay, he doesn't go for a4. I like that. Let's just castle, bringing our king to safety. Knight to b4. I think I will play a3. queen to c3. Or d3, just giving away the queen. Yeah, I think I will do that. Of course not. Let's bring the rook into the game. So right now he has 2 bishops, I have 1 knight and a bishop. So on a fairly open board, this should favor the 2 bishops. But hey, I have a queen still. Alright. I want to play d5, but I don't think that's a good idea. Especially since I have this move, trading down even more material. This is kind of annoying. I'm having a bit of a tough time figuring out which way to recapture. On one hand, I wouldn't want this pawn to be stuck as a single pawn in the middle of the board. There's no other pawn here on the sides that can be pushed to guard this in any way. So that means this pawn is weak. But I really want the pawn push d5 as well. So yeah, I'm going to take with the rook. I really want to get in d5. So he stops me from doing that by playing bishop to e6. I'm going to double up and say, hey, I can actually sack on e6 now. Okay, let's go queen to c5. And I actually do believe that I will play h3 now. Yes. Just not falling into any back rank mates. So I'm taking precautions here, and I think that's a good thing when you're playing strong players. Let's play queen b4 actually, hitting both the b7 and the a4 pawns. Yeah, let's take that. The queen is really a powerful piece, you know. Queen to b4. If this bishop ever moves, he will lose his rooks. That still is the case. Can I take now? Rook takes, pawn takes. Probably makes most sense. Then knight to e5, rook to d8, rook e d8. Still have a fairly good position there. But I want it all. Let's play queen to c5. King to g7, alright. I think I want to play b4 here. Knight h2. Bring my knight to h4. Not h4, to g4. So can I actually play rook captures g5 now? Let's calculate that. So rook captures g5. If pawn captures, queen captures back. Check. There are 3 available moves. King f8, king to h7, and king to h8. If king to f8, I think I have knight to h6, which looks like, almost at least, like a checkmate. He has f6 or f5. I don't see how that works, actually. I don't see a mate. Okay. Let's just keep on pushing these pawns. Let's see how black responds. Okay, king to h8. Let's play a5. Just trying to clamp everything down. And now knight e3 seems kind of fun. Bringing my knight to f5. I think I will do that. Now let's go here. So I can't take an f7 as I hoped. That's a bummer. Let's play b5. Okay. Now I'm going to give away my rook for the bishop. Seemed like the most logical thing to do. Well, actually, can I just take? I want to take. And he takes back. Yeah. Let's go here. Does he give a check or not? Not. Let's push. So he probably wants to have a stalemate here, but he doesn't. He does not have a stalemate. I assure you. Give a check. Check. Yeah, let's just give it another check. Let's bring our queen over here. And he tries to be tricky. So if I take the rook, then the king has no legal moves. So that's a fun little thing there. So what do we play? We're gonna play this. Now we're gonna play here. So there's no way of actually being stalemated for black. Let's just continue with this pawn. Give a check. Now there should be a mate in 2, says the computer. I hope you guys can see that as well. Yeah, there should be a mate in 2. So how do we get that? I want that mate in 2. There are so many available squares for the queens. Kind of ridiculous. So check. Okay, let's just give a mate. Let's just give a mate. Here or here? Or should we have some fun? Of course we should have some fun. And now let's push, push, and let's get a knight. Let's push again. Let's get another knight. I want to mate with the knights. So check and mate. Alright. So we managed to win against the computer. A queen down. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, but it's fun because someone might want to challenge you and they think they're much better than you, and they're gonna say, hey, I won the last game. Let me just take off this. Let's have a fair fight. But if you just trade down all your pieces for his or her pieces, you should be able to win that quite nicely. Just take your time, do it slow. You don't have to stress and trade everything at once. Just try to create weaknesses. Like, for instance, after I played bishop g5 and he played h6, I didn't care much to take on f6 immediately. I wanted him to play g5, so that's what I did. Play my bishop back to h4 here, so that he had to play g5 because this knight was under fire. It couldn't move, otherwise this knight, this bishop on e7 would have died. So yeah, that's a neat thing to know about. Just take your time, take it slow, but above all, know your opponent's threats, because your opponent might get some threats in, even though he didn't get it in my game. Still, it's kind of fun to play this kind of chess. A queen down, a rook down, a bishop down, a knight down, whatever. Knight or bishop down is actually really, really hard against a computer. A rook, I think that I've won before, but I think I've tried both bishop and a knight, and I don't think I've ever won those. So that's kind of sad. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you go down, don't go down below. That sounds like something else, right? But check out the info, more information on this video. Then you will see a link to my Twitch channel, where I'm streaming, not as often as before, but if you do see me live, then hey, you can play against me, you can have some fun chatting with me, and we can all hang out. So please click that follow button on my Twitch channel to get the latest information about when I will stream, etc, etc. Also, if you go to my Discord channel, which is also down there, you will get notified whenever a YouTube video gets available. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, of course. And you will also have puzzles, tactics puzzles. You will get some openings, maybe some end games, and we can review games there as well. And I will also post whenever I go live on Twitch. Alright, see you guys. Bye.